God spoke to Moses and Aaron and said, "If someone notices a swelling, rash, or bright spot on their skin that looks like a serious skin disease, like leprosy, they need to go to Aaron the priest, or one of the priests. The priest will examine it carefully. If the hair in that spot has turned white and the area looks deeper than the surrounding skin, it's considered a serious skin disease. The priest will declare that person unclean. But if the spot is white and doesn't look deeper than the skin, and the hair hasn't turned white, the priest will isolate that person for 7 days. On the 7th day, the priest will check again. If the spot hasn't spread, the person stays isolated another 7 days. After that, if the spot has faded and hasn't spread, the priest declares them clean. It was just a minor skin issue. The person washes their clothes and is considered clean. However, if the spot spreads after that, the priest will examine them again and declare them unclean. It's a serious disease. If someone clearly has this disease, like swelling with white hair and raw flesh, it's an advanced case. The priest won't isolate them, he'll immediately declare them unclean. Interestingly, if the disease spreads over the entire body and turns everything white, the priest will declare the person clean. But if raw, open flesh appears, they are unclean again. If that raw flesh heals and turns white, they can be declared clean again. If someone had a boil that healed but left a white or reddish spot, the priest will examine it. If it looks deeper than the skin and the hair has turned white, it's a serious disease. If not, they're isolated for 7 days. If it spreads, they're unclean. If it doesn't, it's just from the boil, and they're clean. The same process applies to burns. If a burn leaves a white or reddish spot and meets the same signs, white hair, deeper than skin, it's a serious disease. If not, the priest observes it over time to determine if it spreads or fades. If someone has a condition on their head or beard, and it looks deeper than the skin with thin yellow hair, it's considered a disease. The priest declares them unclean. If it's unclear, they are isolated for 7 days and checked again. If it hasn't spread and shows no concerning signs, they are isolated another 7 days. If it still hasn't spread, they are declared clean after washing. If it spreads later, they are unclean. But if healthy, black, hair grows back in, it means healing, they are clean. If someone has light-colored spots that are dull white, it's just a harmless skin condition, they're clean. If a man loses his hair and becomes bald, that alone doesn't make him unclean, he's still clean. But if a reddish-white sore appears on the bald area, it may be a disease, and the priest will examine it and possibly declare him unclean. A person confirmed to have this disease must show visible signs, tear their clothes, leave their hair unkempt, cover their mouth, and call out unclean. Unclean. They must live alone, outside the camp, for as long as the disease lasts. This law also applies to clothing and materials. If a garment, whether wool, linen, or leather, has a greenish or reddish spot, it must be shown to the priest. The priest will isolate the item for 7 days. If the spot spreads, it's a destructive mold, and the item must be burned. If it doesn't spread, it should be washed and checked again after another 7 days. If the spot hasn't changed or is still there, it's unclean and must be burned.